I'm on day 3 hair today and I didn't quite know what to do with it, so I put some dry shampoo on it and then put this headband up. So does it look good? I don't know, but that's what we went with today. So it's not every day that I have a video up in time for a specific product launch, but I was sent a new collection of products from Exa, the Credo. It's like co-owned, or maybe it's like a created by Credo or something like that. It's the Credo specific brand. It's the foundation company that was launched. So it's like a Credo, it's like the Credo sister company. That's what I was looking for. They launched their foundation and their primer, I believe it was last year, 43 shades, very inclusive. I am wearing it today. I'm wearing very, very light makeup because my skin has been looking really, really good. So I'm gonna input some footage of my before and after with the foundation on, but it's just a very light layer. It's about maybe 3/4 of a pump. It's not very much because I haven't needed to wear a ton of makeup. My skin has been doing really well. Knock on wood that it stays that way. I still haven't done a formal review on the foundation, but maybe I will coming up here soon just because I've been feeling so comfortable in my skin. Usually when I'm having like a breakout or my skin's looking really bad, I just tend to stick to powders because that's what looks best on my skin when I'm having a breakout. And then when my skin is like doing decently well is when I sort of gravitate to liquids and creams and things like that, because those products do tend to show texture a lot more. Plus they are a lot dewier than my powder foundation. So they can highlight and emphasize, you know, texture or breakouts or dryness or things like that. So maybe upcoming review on the Exa foundation, we'll sort of see. But yeah, I just have really light foundation on, just really light concealer. I did a bronzer and a little bit of blush, but what Exa is doing today is they're launching Light Show Color Melts. So these are multi-use, multifaceted pigments that you can layer on cheeks, lips, eyes, or body. I'm only focusing on the eyes for these because for me, that's what I would use them for. There are probably a couple of shades in here that you could use as like highlighters, but these do come in foils and sparklers, so they are all pretty shimmery. Not things that people would usually use like on the cheeks if it's sort of like an everyday thing, but like I said, again, possibly highlighter shades. But yeah, that's what Exa has sent me. They sent me all 8 of the new colors of the new launch. So now they have 2 products. They've got the foundation, or I guess technically 3. They have the primer, the foundation, and now they have the Light Show Color Melts. So I'm gonna swatch them. We're gonna put one of them on my eyes, and then this is just sort of like a first impression since I haven't really played with these yet. I haven't had them very long, but just some information. They are launching today, June 23rd. They're $22 each and they are 10 mil. So like I said, they come in 8 colors. They come in 4 that are foils, brilliant metallics that offer an opaque glittering finish. So we have BFF, which is a rose gold. Well, I guess we can just we can swatch them now. So this is what the packaging looks like. So this just comes in like a little tube and then the little applicator. So this is rose gold. I'll do each one, or I'll do each set, you know, like on my hand. And I love sort of like pinky shades on the eyes, so that will be very pretty. Then there's Hopscotch, which is a metallic pewter. So sort of like a smoky, woo, it's focusing on my face, smoky gray shade. So there is that one, Hopscotch, which I guess that makes sense. Hopscotch, you do it on sort of like the, what is it? The sidewalk. So it's like sort of sidewalk colored. I mean so this one is Recess, which is a natural gold. So they're sort of going like for like a school theme here with their shade names, because the next one is Jump Rope. So these are all sort of like elementary school things that you do. So there's that one, which is a Natural gold is what it's described as. Very pretty. And then the last one is Jump Rope, which is pewter and lilac pearl. Ooh, this one's pretty. That one is very pretty. I definitely see myself utilizing these two here the most often because that's just sort of the color scheme that I go for. The other two are also very pretty, just not something that I would usually pick up. Here's my secondary. My secondary set of swatches. Okay, so then the other four are the Color Melt Sparklers, which come in 4 hypnotizing shimmers that offer a shifting holographic finish. So we've got Slumber Party, which is champagne with silver and copper sparkle. So there is a Slumber Party. That one's really pretty too. There's Dream Phone, which is a duochrome violet with an indigo flash. You can sort of see the blue sparkles in the tube there. This one's gonna be really fun. There's that one. That one's really pretty. Look at that. Woo! There's Dear Diary, which is an iridescent sheen with a rainbow sparkle. So there's that one. It's just sort of white with some sparkly bits in it. That middle one is so pretty. And then the last one is Roller Rink, which is a duochrome terracotta with green flash. So there's that one at the end. So these are all of the Color Melt Sparklers, all very pretty. So, and then before we put these on my eyes, let's read a little bit about them. So they are illustrious liquid colors powdered by detoxifying plant extracts that go from subtle to superfly. No creasing, no smudging, no budging, no compromises, just all over hues that are multidimensional and multi-magical. So it's a gel formula that delivers stay put color that is powered by brightening manketti oil and hydrating sea algae extract, a clean alternative for conventional cult favorites. Light Show packs bold pigments that really last without the use of silicones and microplastics. So each finish can be worn alone as a highlighter or shadow, or as a color topper, or over powdered eyeshadows, lipsticks, or blush. They're all vegan, gluten-free, and the tube is made from sugarcane bioresin, a carbon-neutral material that is recyclable through packed recycling take-back bins at Credo stores. I wish we had a Credo here, man. I don't have a Credo here, I think. Is there a Credo in California? I can't remember. I know there's a couple of Credos, sort of like across the states. So here's one last look at all of the colors here lined up next to each other. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do today. I'm wearing pink, so I'm either gonna go with this one or maybe this first one. So on the back of my hand, I don't know if it's because I just have a really thick layer, but it says no creasing, no smudging, no budging. On the back of my hand, they're smudging, but again, I think that might just be because I put so much on. We'll sort of see how they perform on the eyes, and then I'll let you know what they feel like on the eyes, if they feel heavy, like blending them out and things like that. So we'll get into that in just a second. All right, so I am gonna go with Slumber Party, which was the champagne with silver and copper sparkle. Something a little bit neutral since I'm wearing sort of like neutral makeup. I'm not wearing anything like crazy. So I'm gonna pump some out on the back of my hand because I don't know exactly the best method to apply this. And then I'm just gonna take a brush and we're just gonna try it like that at first. And we're gonna see. These are very sparkly. At least these ones. The Color Melt Sparklers, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the name, right? So if you like glitter, you might really like these. I'm gonna get all dolled up to go check the mail. It's the only thing I haven't done yet. Figured zooming you in would probably be a good idea. So I don't know what's going on with my Instagram lately. Usually I see all of like Katie Jane Hughes's posts and stuff, but the last couple of weeks I've missed her her, what is she calling them? Katie Jane Hughes Academy looks. I mean, I never try to recreate them because I'm not talented or have the time. But I saw this, like I just saw a post of hers where she picked the winners. I almost feel like this could have worked for last week's Katie Jane Hughes Academy thing that she did, which was sort of that, like, what is it? It's like this wet, like brown look with the black liner, but like you could totally do it with something like this. Like, yeah, it's more shimmery than like wet looking, but it kind of has that sort of like look, right? It's not as dark, but it has that sort of like wet look. Really pretty. So that's that. It's just very fun. Just something a little bit different. So it sort of looks like a little bit farther away, just so you can sort of see one eye versus the other. So now let's put it on the other eye and try to get the two to match. So how many of you before, you know, last year worked in the office and are still at home? Have any of you gone back into the office yet? Like if you worked an office job, or, I mean, if you worked retail, obviously, most retail people have been, you know, still working, you know, at your store. Who's that? We're cat sitting my sister's cat. His name is Rocket. That's him. That's his little meow. Meow. Show him to you real quick before he runs away. So here's Rocket. He's just a big fluffy, well, he's not very big actually, he's very small. He's a small fluffy, long-haired, black-haired cat. But like, so sometimes he'll sit up in the cat tower and it's like black in there. So like when he closes his eyes, you can't even see him because he's so black. He's all black. There's no white or anything else on him. So when he opens up his eyes, all you see are eyes. So we've taken him to calling him the Void. What? He makes the weirdest noises too. Like he doesn't purr either. I've never seen a cat or had a cat or been near a cat that like doesn't purr. This cat like seems happy as can be, but I've never heard him purr. He's been here for a few days now. He doesn't purr. There he is. Hey, Void. Hey kitty kitty. I accidentally got some eyeshadow on him, so he's gonna be rocking the sparkly eyeshadow for a while. Because look at how black he is. Doesn't he just like look like a void? He's just like a void of color. What are you doing? All right, so that is the color on both of my eyes. I'm just, you know me, I'm pretty much a one shadow kind of gal. I can play around with these some more and maybe try to layer some colors, though I honestly don't know how I would layer them. Maybe you could do this like hopscotch, this like metallic pewter one, and do one of these fun sort of like sparkler colors on it. So like pewter and dream phone could be like a cool, you know, a cool color duo. Or pewter and, you know, Dear Diary is sort of like a more sheer. I could see that being really pretty. You could even do like this, or is it, no, that's Roller Rink. So what is this? This is BFF, which is that pink, and maybe put some of like this sparkly one on top. I mean, I can see that there are ways you can play around with them, but I'm very much just like a one shadow. I'm a one shadow kind of gal. I like to just create looks from like one shadow just because it's easy. I like the way it looks. I think it's kind of fun. It looks wet, sort of like in the camera, but in person, you can definitely see the shimmer. It looks more shimmery than it does wet, but it does also kind of give off that like sort of wet, that like wet looking vibe. I like it. I think these are really fun and the colors are really pretty. So, and then from like a normal distance away. So what happens, look, what does it look like if I wink? Or can I wink without moving my lips? Can I wink with my other? It's kind of like putting on mascara, right? Can you wink without moving your mouth? All right, so just finished off real quick with a little bit of mascara. But I think these are really fun. I could definitely see these appealing to people who like to play around with eye makeup, who especially like maybe a glitter topper kind of thing, or just like sparkly colors in general, or just you want to experiment, you want to play with something different, or maybe you just like cream kind of products, you're not really into powder products. But these are really fun. I think the colors are really fun. The only color I kind of wish was here, but that's just because I'm really into this color lately, is greens. It seems like these launches never have like any kind of greens in them. So like the Ilia launch had sort of like a green color, but like the Kosas 10-second eyeshadows didn't have a green in it. This doesn't have, I wish it had a green. So I hope that we see more colors in the future. I would love to see some kind of green, whether like a green shimmery kind of thing, or just, I don't know, I'm just really into greens lately, which stay tuned for Friday if you are into green colors and are into powder eyeshadows as well, because there's also something fun coming on Friday that I can't wait to tell you about. Yeah, I think these are really fun. The colors are really pretty, and even though they're kind of like, you know, sparkly, I still find them, you know, really wearable. But I wear, you know, pretty much anything, and I don't really have a problem. Like I wore bright green eyeshadow to the grocery store yesterday and just like didn't even, it was just like, that's just my normal thing. Now I just wear what makes me happy and comfortable, and I don't really feel self-conscious anymore like I used to. Maybe in the beginnings of my channel I would get a little bit self-conscious about wearing sort of like a bright color or something glittery or something out there, like out in public, but now it's just like I feel comfortable in, you know, what I feel comfortable in. Does that make sense? Like I don't feel self-conscious going out, you know, wearing maybe a bright lipstick or a really bright eyeshadow or really bright blush or something like that. That's just become like normal for me, you know, through YouTube and experimenting and figuring out what makes me comfortable and what I like on myself. So I think these are really fun if you're into, you know, trying new eyeshadows. Maybe you're still wearing masks at work or something, and you really want to play with your eyes and versus your lips. You know, I think it's a very fun launch. So I will keep this on the rest of the night, and I will update you guys in the description box on if these creased, if these budged or smudged or did anything kind of weird. There is like sparkle everywhere. So that's the only thing, is if you like swatch them and then like go to remove them, I don't know, there might be like glitter all over the place. I've got glitter everywhere. So I don't know, maybe that's something to keep in mind if you know, thought about picking up one of the sparklier colors, is the glitter. It might be a little bit harder to get rid of, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see how long the glitter sticks around, but I think these are really fun. I really like all of the colors. I can see myself playing with all of them at some point. I think enough of them are neutral enough that they'll appeal to, you know, many people. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see me play around with more of these colors in the future, and let me know if you're planning on picking any up or just what your general thoughts are on this launch. If you've tried the Exa Foundation, what you'd like to see Exa release next. I don't know. I mean, I hope they keep releasing stuff. I mean, this is fun. I like, this is just a fun launch. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that it was helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.